Hey, Frankie.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
We're going through this life planning guide, and we've done the question, done the visualization, we've done the identity map. So now we're here, which is the actual 4-year plan. So what we're going to do, can you hold up your maps that you've worked on so far?
Yes.
So she has documented her current identity and her future identity. And what we're going to do is map those to winter, spring, fall, and summer, which is whatever context you're in, it's whatever it is. So the first phase you go through is you can set this down.
Thanks.
The first phase of the 4 years is the winter is year 1, year 2, year 3, and year 4. But then if you do it again, which we're going to do at least one layer deep, it would be actually these seasons for year 1. And if you kept doing it just over and over until you got down to what are you going to do this week, what are you going to do this day? And so in that way, you start with the big picture and you keep refining down contextually for when you want to do things until you get to the point where you know exactly what you need to do every day to get it. Okay, so what we want to do is first ask yourselves when. And for this exercise, I will write these in for you just to help you summarize.
Thank you.
Because it does take a little bit of a different part of the brain to think through like what to do, like how to summarize what you're saying into this.
Yeah.
So let's just start with the top one here and we can work down. So it says there business owner. So I would first ask the when question. When do you want to be a business owner? And I specifically say the word want, not are.
Okay.
Because what I found is, generally speaking, whatever you want will happen. Like, for example, if you said you wanted it to happen in year 1, it would happen in year 1. If you wanted it to happen in year 4, it would likely happen in year 4. Because you'll intuitively do the things that lead to what you think will happen.
Okay. So I'm imagining that it's something that would start small and grow. And so I could see myself doing that in year 1,
Okay.
creating the foundation of it, and then letting it evolve over the 4 years. So even if I just, yeah.
So let's just write that as a path. I'm going to write down in winter, I'm going to just say start business. And you may already be in your winter. We haven't really talked about that yet.
Yeah.
Like for me, I personally am in a spring season. I actually think you are too. I think you've already started a business and your winter is over and you're actually in spring. But for the sake of this exercise, let's just map it out as it is.
Great.
And so if you were to start a business in winter, where might you want that business to be in fall, 4 years later?
Wow. So I can really just like say what I want.
Yes.
And
Just
we
be
can write
careful,
it down.
because it's like a genie. Whatever you write down is what happens.
Wow. I mean, I would want it to be like my main source of income.
Okay. So I will say derive main source of income from business. Wow. You must be doing really well.
I must
4
be.
years from now.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So these are like bookends, and once you have those bookends of winter and fall, you can kind of naturally figure out what goes in between them. So if you're
Okay.
starting the business here and it's your main source of income here, then it needs to continue to grow each time. And for right now, we can just write that, grow the business. We can get more granular on the next round.
Sure.
All right, what's the next one you want to tackle? I see teacher there.
Well, I have teacher,
Somatic-
somatic coach, and content creator.
Okay, so
But those are
You-
kind of like what the
Yeah.
business, they kind of go together, right?
yeah, you've inadvertently kind of written out facets or functions of being a business owner. Because to be a business owner, you would have to be a teacher, a coach, and a content creator.
Right.
So that's okay. We can start to put those in here. So we know that you've started a business already. You're already doing some sort of a business. Like you said, you clean for people, right? And that's outside of your normal job of being a baker and a
Right,
chef.
right.
So you've already started. In this growth period, choose one of these. I think maybe you've already done it with the content creator.
Yeah, I
right?
dipped my toes a little bit.
Okay, so let's add here content creation. So maybe in your spring season, you get really good at creating content. And that's inadvertently teaching you how to teach.
Yeah, yeah.
So a natural progression from that is to actually teach, like have someone who wants to be taught. So you become a mentor or a guide to someone else. So that would be like your summer. So this is guide or teacher. Teacher, coach. Okay. And then the act of doing more of that, is just going to lead to that. And how, don't worry about the how for right now. Mostly we just want to document what and when. Okay, cool. You have down there mother.
Mother.
And what is something about being a mother that you would like to be different?
I can think of a few things. I would like more quality time with my children. And I would like to be able to have more space for them. So that kind of goes into down a different path of my
Yeah.
living situation.
Do you think if you had a business, you would have more or less quality time with your kids?
I could see it going two different ways. If I had a business that was in the fourth year, where it's bringing in my income, then I could structure the time that I use that, while they're already in school, and then I get to be with them all the hours they're out of school, all weekends.
You're essentially working from home.
Yeah, but I could also, the working from home piece, being able, a huge thing that I want to have as a mother is to feel really relaxed and at ease if they need to stay home from school. So now, if I were working while they're in school and they wake up and they're sick, I have a lot of rearranging to do, a lot of income loss, or just fumbling for either someone to care for them, or I would love to be able to be with them when they're sick.
Okay.
And to have that feel at ease of there's room for that.
Okay. And when would you like to be able to do that?
I want that now.
Okay.
Especially while they're so young.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to write in here. I got to be careful what I write.
It will come true.
Yeah, I'm going to say that you're going to start working from home in spring. Because there's going to be a period of time where you're still building the business, but you can start to orient your life towards other things you want that are outside of that.
Okay.
So, for example, instead of having your primary income be from baking and
Yes.
chef work, you can get a job working from home doing something else.
That would be incredible.
Yeah. And then that will just naturally flow. Okay, cool. And then the result of that will be, I'll just write in this one, by summer, quality time with kids. And this will somewhat inform other decisions too. Like you make it to the point where you say, well, in order to maintain quality time with kids, if I'm getting too much business, I now need to start hiring someone else.
Right.
Or, getting a coach affiliate network or something going.
Yeah.
Cool. Or software or whatever. There's different ways to scale. All right. So since this is just mostly an example video, what we want to do is just go one step deeper. So we've filled this in. So we have winter, spring, summer, and fall. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to do this one for this spring year because I think she's already in winter. For this spring year, we're going to map spring, this whole spring year into this new quadrant here. We're going to say, what does this spring year look like blown out? Okay. So what are some things that we can do in the first quarter of this spring year, which I think is where you're at right now, and the next quarter, so that by the fall of this spring to move you into the summer, like what's it going to take? And we can start to plot it out.
Okay.
So we already know that you're starting content creation. So your winter really is TikTok channel. But maybe like a simple way to expand this would be, okay, start going into other channels, YouTube, Spotify, podcasts, whatever you want. I don't want to like prescribe it to you, but what is a way that you can expand your content? Maybe it's an email marketing list, all the different ways that you can make content.
Yeah.
Maybe a Substack channel.
A Substack has been on my mind, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Do you want to just do the Substack in spring
Yeah.
or?
Let's do it. That
Okay.
sounds great.
Okay, Substack. What else? You starting to feel
I
it?
know, I'm starting to be like, oh, here we are.
It's getting too real.
It's getting too real. I mean, there's a part of me that's like, well, if I'm already doing these things, I might as well do more similar things because it often will be a lot of like reposting things.
Yeah, if you're doing one for one, you might as well do it for the other.
Spread it out.
So do you think if you're doing a TikTok channel, it might be an easy ad within the first quarter to add on Instagram?
I love that you're like waiting for me to say that one first.
Okay.
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
And if you're already doing Substack, which is writing,
Yes.
what else could you do with those words?
Oh, I could send out newsletters to people.
Email newsletters?
Yeah.
What else? What else can words be used for?
Oh, I could write some songs.
I'm writing it down. I was thinking like
Play
X or
guitar.
Threads, text-based platforms like that.
Oh, okay, maybe, so I'm not super familiar with other platforms
so
like that, but I could become.
But even words can be repurposed into images and cross-posted back. There's lots of things you can do with words.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
You can use them on top of videos with music or whatever. Okay, so let's say repurpose words. X Threads. Okay, so that kind of gives you an idea, and let's pause on that kind of trail for a second, and then let's move on to another one. So we need to do something to start preparing for growing the business into a guide and a teacher. So somewhere in these 2 semesters or seasons, you need to start working towards being an actual coach. So you're building up your content here, you're building up your confidence, but at some point you got to pivot and start moving towards this next thing, because this is kind of like a gate. Each one of these seasons, you have to do something to go to the next one. It's not just time passing, it's activity based.
Yes, you got to graduate.
Yes, exactly.
To the next.
Yeah.
Okay.
Teacher won't promote you unless you pass.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like those rules. It's all right.
Okay, so there's something you need to do in your summer season of this coming year, which is roughly 6 months from now,
Yeah.
that you'll need to start. You need to get a client.
I need to get a client.
or someone who's willing to work with you in some capacity, whether they pay you or not. But by fall, you need to have a paying client.
Yes, yes.
So what can you do in summer to get that first client? Let's just, well, sorry, I've messed up. We're not talking how, but the what. So by summer, you need to get at least one client.
Yes.
And then by fall, it needs to be at least get one paying client.
So this is get one client, doesn't need to be paid. Could be just like a practice person. And then
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yep. Just anyone willing to listen to what you say and do it.
Anybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
So let's pause there. How did that feel?
That feels good. It feels really hopeful to like hone in on one of these, because when you look at it big, it's kind of like, whoa, that's overwhelming. But when you bring it into one and put it in a little box, it feels more doable.
Yeah. And eventually you can start to repurpose this into a normal business plan or whatever, but this is basically an exercise to help you get past that emotional feeling, because by having this structure, it creates a safe environment for you to feel creative inside.
Yes.
Yeah. So you could keep printing these out and as much as you want and put them in a binder, but we also have these journals, and they're basically meant so that you could do this every day if you wanted to. So you could say, today, this is what I'm doing, tomorrow, this is what I'm doing, and you kind of like constantly like just moving things around so that you're contextual with how you spend your time.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks for doing this with me.
Yeah, thank you so much.